Welcome to Hollenbeck Hall. I'm Max Steigoff here as we take a look at the St. Cloud State Huskies versus the Moorhead Dragons tonight, as this is an NSIC matchup between two very different teams, one at the top of the standings, one at the very bottom. As we take a look at the lineups, we're going to start off at heavyweight here for this duel. Cameron Teacher will be going up against Eric Eckenbach for the Moorhead Dragons. Then we're going to go right back down to 125, where Paxton Crease will face off against Clayson Melly. At 133, Daniel Villaria will face off against Cole Jones. At 141, the number one ranked wrestler at the weight, Joseph Bianchini, will go up against Hunter Hayes. At 149, the New Prague native, Nick Novak, will go up against Ethan Keem. At 157, Anthony Herrera for the Huskies will face off against Jacob Thomas. At 165, Jared Head will be making an appearance in tonight's lineup for the Huskies, going up against Braden Ortloff. At 174, the number 5 ranked Dominic Murphy will go up against Justin Dreyfus. At 184, Billy Petzner, who is currently ranked number 7, will go up against Gage Roldson. And at 197, our final match for the night will be Noah Ryan, who is number 2 in the nation, going up against Steve Abbott. As we take a look at these two teams, and as I mentioned earlier, they are two very different teams. The St. Cloud State Huskies so far in NSIC matches this year, they are 4-0, while Minnesota State Moorhead is currently 0-7. And looking at the overalls, there's still kind of a big disparity. The St. Cloud State Huskies 11-1, losing their first match since 2017, and they're going up against the Minnesota State Moorhead Dragons, who are currently 0-8. Dragons haven't won a match since February 4th, 2021, and that was against Minot. They won 19-18, and it was via the tiebreaker, so more bonus points there kind of came in handy. Right now, the Dragons are 0-12 against SCSU, and their last matchup at Piers, Minnesota, was a loss for the Dragons. When they faced the Huskies, it was 38-3. The biggest loss for the Dragons to the Huskies was 45-0. And right now, this is the last duel of the season for the Dragons. Moving on to the Huskies, well, they have quite a few ranked wrestlers. They have 9 ranked wrestlers. They, as mentioned earlier, they lost to that win streak, but it sits at 77, which set the NCAA all-division win streak record at 77. And they lost that match to UCO at the NCAA dual tournament against UCO 19-14. As we get going here at heavyweight, where it'll be Jake Erkenbrock going up against the number 2 ranked wrestler, Cameron Teacher. Huskies wearing their red singlets tonight, white mid, while the Moorhead State Dragons will be in their black singlets. Erkenbach, a late change for Moorhead, as Cam Teacher fights to get a front head, and he just sweeps the leg right under Erkenbach and gets 2, and it's 2-0 for Cameron Teacher. Erkenbach gets back up to his feet, gets a quick escape as Cameron Teacher pushes him off, and will restart from the center with 2 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first period. Another shot attempt there. Beautiful double leg there by Cameron Teacher for a takedown, and now he's going to go to work on his offense on top. Erkenbach building back up to a base and getting the escape. It is now 4-2, 2 takedowns, and 2 escapes so far. And there's another takedown right on the edge of the mat, and a takedown there for Cameron Teacher, his third of the match so far, as we are now officially a minute into this dual meet, and it is 6-2 in favor of the Huskies heavyweight. We spin out of bounds, and we'll restart from the center. Currently 6-2 in favor of Cameron Teacher. 37 seconds of ride time has been built up for the number 2 ranked wrestler in the country. He will show optional start, and Erkenbach will get a quick escape, and it is now 6-3. Erkenbach from New York Mills, Minnesota, while Cameron Teacher, a transfer from Notre Dame, Ohio, came in a couple years ago, had to sit out 1 year, and then last year came back, won a national championship, and another double leg there for the defending national champion, and he is now up 8-3 over Erkenbach. 46 seconds and counting of ride time as he works tough here on top. Erkenbach gets another escape. All escapes and takedowns so far here in this heavyweight match. Not something you see very often. Nearly a minute of ride time built up here for Cameron Teacher, as he is going to work on a much lighter Erkenbach, who is listed on the MSU website as a 197-pounder. Another takedown attempt there by Cameron Teacher, and another good double leg, and now he's going to try and get some back points out of it. He's got 2 in the bank, and he's going to release the hold, and he gets 2 back points out of it, and there is the first back points of the match for the St. Cloud State heavyweight. 12-4 is your score, and if you take the ride time into effect, it's 13-4. That's going to end the first period. Cam Teacher's choice. He's going to choose down to start the second period. It'll be Erkenbach's choice to start the third. Quick stand-up attempt here for Cameron Teacher, and he's out quickly. Not a lot of damage to that ride time, as he's still sitting at above a minute. Another shot attempt there by Cameron Teacher, and shoots Erkenbach almost to the edge of the mat as he gets another takedown for 2. It's 15-4 in favor of the returning most dominant wrestler. Cameron Teacher won that award last year in the NCAA. Had a great season last year, and he's had a good one this year as well. Erkenbach up to his feet and gets the escape point, starts wrestling from the center again. 15-5. We've had 5 takedowns so far for Cam Teacher and a couple of back points. And another shot attempt there by Teacher and a stall call, and that's the second stall call for Erkenbach, and that means Cam Teacher receives a stall point, so it's now 18-5, and we are whistled out of bounds, and Cameron Teacher races back to the center. Teacher will release Erkenbach, and we'll start from neutral. 18-6. 2 minutes of ride time for Cameron Teacher. Erkenbach once again on the edge of the mat. Gonna have to try and find a way to circle back in and get his back to the center of the mat. Teacher doing a good job of bringing the pressure so far in this match, seemingly outgunning Erkenbach as he pushes him out of bounds. Another stall call and another stall point for Cameron Teacher. 15 seconds remain here in the second period. A shot attempt there by Teacher, a little far out. And another shot attempt, and he gets 2, and that is going to do it. So a tech fall for Cameron Teacher, and that is how we start off the night. A big tech fall, and Cam Teacher wants the crowd to get a little pumped up, and boy, he earned it after he just outgunned Erkenbach. And now we'll go right back down to 125. So moving down to 125, it'll be Clayson Malee going up against Paxton Crease. Malee is facing the number 7 wrestler in the country. Malee is 2-5 in dual matches this year. He was a 3-time Utah State champion, and he is taken down right away there by Paxton Crease. And Paxton's going to let him back up, and we'll restart from the center. 2-1 shot attempt there by Malee is stuffed by Crease. He still has the right leg of Crease. Crease gets his right arm free, but his leg is still trapped by Malee. And Crease finally completes the go behind for 2, and it's 4-1 in favor of the number 7 wrestler. Looking for some back points on a tilt. Nothing yet. And he has 2 back points built up, and now he's got 4 after that last swipe, so he gets 4 back points. 7-1 in favor of Paxton Crease, the Shakopee native. Now he's going to go for that Turk, and he gets 2 or 3 swipes there. Gets an extra 2, and now Malee is up to his feet trying to find a way to get out. It's currently 10-1 in favor of the Huskies 125-pounder. Paxton Crease is going to get warned there for stalling, and Malee gets the escape point. Malee in deep on that single leg. Paxton Crease just trying to ride him like a backpack and get a stalemate call. Minute 15 left here in the first period. We'll get a stalemate call and restart from the center of the mat. Minute 8 left. It is currently 10-1 in favor of Paxton Crease with 53 seconds of ride time. Malee has a shot attempt, and it's stuffed there by Paxton Crease. Good whizzer, and he goes behind for 2, and it is now 12-1 in favor of the Huskies lightweight. Once again going for the Turk. He's got 1 swipe. Malee doing a good job of just trying to get his belt buckle facing towards the mat, and now he's going to try and turn into Crease. He'll give up another swipe, and that'll be good enough for 2. 14-2 in favor of Paxton Crease. Minute 28 and counting of ride time. Once again going back to the Turk. Short time. Does have a couple of seconds to work with. And he's just going to let that go. And that's another tech fall for the Huskies. So 2 straight tech falls. And he wants the crowd to get a little pumped as well. And it is now 10-0 Huskies after 2 straight matches. Coming up at 1:33, it's going to be Cole Jones going up against Daniel Valeria. Valeria hasn't had as many chances to wrestle here at Hollenbeck, but he has one here. He may have another chance tomorrow when the Huskies take on the Northern State Wolves, but first they have to get through the Moorhead Dragons. Jones in the black singlet, Valeria in the red. Jones with a little bit of a snap down and go attempt there, but it is stuffed by Valeria. Another snap down there by Jones. See if he continues to go to that. It seems to be working so far. Again, he goes to the collar tie. Another snap down attempt and another shot attempt, and Cole Jones has really had that working so far. Valeria continuing to circle around and try and set up his offense. Now a minute and change into the first period. Another shot attempt there by Jones, and now Valeria's had a little bit of a front head, but it's shot through by Jones, and he gets two, and that's the first lead of the night for any Moorhead Dragon. Gonna go to work on a tight waist ride. Switches sides and tries to collect the left wrist of Daniel Valaria. Jones trying to continue to ride out Valaria. He is 5-3 in duels this year, by far the best Moorhead Dragon in duels. He was a national qualifier a couple of times. And Valaria is going to get hit with stall call late in the first period, so we're under a minute left to wrestle. Jones doing a good job of working on top, and Valaria ending up paying for it in the form of a stall warning. Valaria now up to his feet. Jones trying to bring him back down, and he does, and he's got his back exposed, and that's going to say, the ref, Brian Kelvington, is going to say it was a transition move, and he didn't expose the back for long enough. That'll do it for the first period. Currently 2-0 in favor of Cole Jones and the Moorhead Dragon 133. He's got a minute 37 of ride time built up. Jones is going to choose down. Valaria will start on top. Jones' switch attempt is successful, and he gets an escape, and it's now 3-0 in favor of the Dragons 133-pounder. Very quick escape there, and he doesn't let Valaria cut into the ride time as we get a little bit of a stoppage for the trip. Concussion protocol is going to go into effect here as we take a look at Daniel Valaria. He won his first two dual matches this year, those coming against West Liberty and RV King. He's appeared in 5 duels so far. He has a 2-3 record in this year in duels. Kind of came in to give Garrett Voss some rest, and well, by the way those first 2 matches went, I would say that's the right idea. Continuing to check Cole Jones out for a concussion. He's just shaking his head no. He wants to keep going. And it looks like we're going to continue wrestling here at 133. We'll resume from the neutral position. Currently 3-0 in favor of Cole Jones. Another snap down attempt, and that has been working for him, and it looks like he's going to continue with it. Underhook attempt and a nice little duck under there by Cole Jones, and he gets 2 points for that. 5-0 in favor of the 133-pounder from Moorhead. Jones trying to elevate that left leg of Valaria. As they get whistled out of bounds, and will restart from the center. Valaria will be down. And a little dump there by Jones, and Valaria is once again broken down to his stomach. Jones doing a good job of trying to breaking him, Valaria down, but he so far hasn't been able to expose Valaria's back very much. And the times he has exposed Valaria's back, it hasn't been rewarded at any points. Now, with 30 seconds left in the second period for Cole Jones, does have a minute or 2 minutes and 40 seconds of ride time built up, and another stall call on Valaria, and that is going to result in a stall point for Jones. Jones now leads 6-0 and coming up on 3 minutes of ride time. And ride time is now locked for Jones. And Valaria is going to choose neutral against Jones. 6-0 in favor of the Moorhead Dragons 133-pounder Cole Jones over Daniel Valaria of the St. Cloud State Huskies. 6-0 is your score. 10-0 is your dual meet score. Shot attempt there by Jones is stuffed by Valaria. Valaria continuing to tie up with Jones. Jones moving around, keeping the action level high. Another shot attempt there by Jones, and now he's stuffed by Valaria. And Valaria trying to get a go behind, can't quite find a way, but Jones in the meantime finds a leg and dumps it off for two. Gets a couple of back points here, and now he's going to be looking to make a couple of adjustments. Gives up 4 points, and Valaria is now down 12-0 with 3 minutes of ride time in Jones's back pocket. 45 seconds remaining here in the third period. 10-0 is your dual meet score. 12-0 is your match score. And Valaria might get rung up for another stall call here if he's not careful in the final seconds of this one. And this might have a chance to be a reversal, but Jones does a good job of coming around and covering, and that'll do it here in this one. The final score is a major decision. 12-0 in favor of Cole Jones, and now we get to see the number 1 ranked wrestler in the country, and Joey Bianchini. And we'll get a caution, but the ref says it's my bad, so false start. Joey Bianchini going up against Hunter Hayes. Nice little shot attempt there by Joey Bianchini. Going to treetop it and bring Hayes back in. Gets to, and now he's going to dump him back down to the mat. Right on the edge of the mat, Joey Bianchini trying to break Hayes down. Hayes trying to just stay in the mat, and we are whistled off, and we'll restart from the center. Joey Bianchini trying to use the right arm of Hayes as a little bit of a lever, try and get a bar arm started. Instead, Hayes will get up in the tripod position, and Bianchini will just cut him in. It is now 2-1. Bianchini, another little sweep single. Bring it out and trip Hayes and get 2. Bianchini trying to work his way up to Hayes' hips before he gets warned for stalling, and he does, and they get whistled out of bounds, and we'll restart from the center. It's currently 4-1 in this match. 2 takedowns so far for Joey Bianchini, the number 1 ranked wrestler. He's got the right arm of Hayes as a head lever. He's going to try and use that to elevate the right arm of Hunter Hayes. He's going to let that go, and now he's just going to cut Hunter Hayes again, and it's 4-2. Shot attempt by Hayes and a go behind by Joey Bianchini. He's going to continue circling, and now he'll scoop up the right leg of Hunter Hayes and bring Hayes back in. Gets 2, and it is now 6-2 in favor of Joey Bianchini, coming up on a minute of ride time. Hayes goes out of bounds, and Bianchini follows, and will be whistled out of bounds. 6-2 in favor of Joey Bianchini, 10-4 in favor of the Huskies. The Huskies got off to a fast start with 2 tech falls really quick, and then the Dragons answered with Cole Jones getting a major decision against Daniel Valaria. And now the Huskies seem to be getting back on track with Joey Bianchini up 6-2. Bianchini has a half Nelson in deep, but he'll let that go. Hayes now up to his feet, and Bianchini dumps him back down, and we're whistled out of bounds. They'll restart from the center. 37 seconds left in the first period. Minute 43 of ride time built up for the number 1 ranked wrestler. And we're going to get a caution on that wrestler, as well as Bianchini started a little too early. Bianchini trying to break down Hunter Hayes. Hunter Hayes just trying to sprawl out and try and make it to the next period. Bianchini trying to get a little bit of a tilt here. Can't quite get Hunter Hayes to expose his back. Doing a good job of keeping his belt buckle facing the mat, and he's going to almost escape, and he's going to give an extra little push. And Bianchini just laughing at him, saying, hey, that's a little too much. And Bianchini is going to get an Hayes is going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and Bianchini is going to receive a point. It's going to be 7-2. It'll be Hunter Hayes' choice. He's going to defer. Bianchini chooses down a little weird action, and that kind of brings us into our next point. Moorhead, a little bit of a chipper team, as they've been hit multiple times in multiple matches for unsportsmanlike conduct. Hopefully that doesn't carry over into this one. Bianchini up on his feet, trying to escape to start the second period. He does, and it is now 8-2 in favor of Joey Bianchini. Bianchini trying to get a trip there. Can't quite figure it out, as he couldn't find the back leg of Hunter Hayes. Hunter Hayes hit with a stall warning. Bianchini slides in with a single leg, and he's going to get 2. Bianchini needs to work up from the legs. He does. Now he throws a half on the right side. Uses that to break Hayes back down as they're on the edge of the mat with 1:04 left in the second period. Bianchini up 10-2, 2 minutes 30 seconds of ride time for the returning national finalist. Hunter Hayes getting close to back to his feet, but brings Joey Bianchini out of bounds with him and will restart from the center. 44 seconds left here in the second period. Bianchini showing optional start. And he lets Hunter Hayes up, and it is now 10-3. Bianchini sprawls on Hunter Hayes, heavy on the head, goes around, sweeps that right leg of Hunter Hayes and brings him back down for a 2-point takedown, and it is now 12-3. Bianchini trying to get a tech fall of his own as Hayes stands up and walks out of bounds. 10 seconds remaining here in the second period. Just a clinic so far by Huskies that have won. Hayes trying to get away, and he won't, as Joey Bianchini holds on to that leg. Hayes will choose down to start the third period. Bianchini luckily didn't get hit with a stall call there, holding onto the legs, but he got away just in time. 3 minutes and 10 seconds of ride time for Joey Bianchini. So the riding point is locked up. It is now officially 13-3. Bianchini working hard. One term would come close to ending this. And we might see Bianchini cut Hayes here as he gets up and lets Hayes go. So now 12-4 in favor of Bianchini. He has controlled a vast majority of this match, and that's why a good level change into that single leg, and he dumps Hayes down, gets another takedown, and that has been the story of this individual match. Joey Bianchini really showing why he is number one at 141. And Hunter Hayes is let go, and it's another escape. Hunter Hayes looking for an unsportsmanlike. 15-5 in favor of Joey Bianchini. 4 minutes and 12 seconds of ride time built up for the Husky 141-pounder. Another shot attempt there by Bianchini, and he is close to getting two. He does get it, and now he can go to work on top. Another escape point. A little trip there by Bianchini, and a nice double leg, and he's going to drive through and gets two, and that's set 19-7. 4 minutes and 22 seconds of ride time. Joey Bianchini may not get a tech fall, but it has been all dominance for the number one ranked wrestler at 141. And we're going to end it there, 19, and if you factor in the ride time, 20-7 in favor of Joey Bianchini as he dismantles Hunter Hayes. Now moving on to 149, our final match before we take a break at the halfway point. It's going to be Keem going up against Novak. Nick Novak, a New Prague native. Ethan King from Chaska, and Novak in on a single leg, dumps him down, gets two, and now he's going to throw both legs in and try and break Ethan King down, and we're going to get a stalemate, go back to neutral. So, all bonus point wins for each team so far. 14-4 is your team score, as the Huskies started it out with two quick tech falls. Dragons answered with a major decision of their own, and now a little bit of a tilt there by Nick Novak. He's going to get a couple of back points, and there's 4 back points for Nick Novak. Novak already got another lock already, but he lets that go. And now he's going to go back to another tilt. He's got 2 swipes already. And another 4-point near fall for Nick Novak. Novak started out his dual career with a pin, and let's see if he can follow that up with a tech fall. Currently up 10-0 with a minute of ride time over Ethan Keene. Another tilt here for Nick Novak. 2 near fall on the edge of the mat. Minute 30 left here in the first period, halfway through. He's got a cradle locked up, but he's going to let that go, and he sits out on the edge of the mat, and we're whistled out of bounds. We'll restart in the center with a minute 22 left in the first period. Novak, a spiral ride here as he tries to spin around and just break Keene down, and he eventually gets Keene to break down and down to his stomach. Minute and 3 seconds left here in the first period. Novak trying to work at maybe a 3/4 Nelson, couldn't quite get it to go. Now he's going to continue working from top, trying to find a lock. And now another chance to maybe get a tilt, but Novak won't get it. Stall warning on Ethan Keene, and another tilt here for Novak. He gets another 4 points, and that'll do it. Another tech fall for the Huskies. And Nick Novak follows it up with a tech fall here in Hollenbeck Hall. And that is going to bring us to the midway point of this match. We're going to take a quick break. Currently 19-4 in favor of the Huskies. They got 2 quick tech falls. The Dragons answered back with a 4-point major decision. Then the Huskies, number 1 ranked wrestler at 141, Joey Bianchini, came back and nearly got a tech fall, but instead he settled for a major decision. And that put the Huskies up 14-4. And then the match you just saw, Nick Novak winning via tech fall and getting 5 for the Huskies. And it is now 19-4 for the Huskies as we take a break.
Ready, set, go!
Let's go on the Instagram.
There's a couple of things to talk to you about tonight. Starting next year, we're going to have a new benefit here. Husky Wrestling will have mat-side seating for all home matches. For $200, you buy the package, your season tickets, VIP seating, there's the viewing area. There will be pizza and beverages throughout the match. Pre-match talk, you can talk with some of the coaching staff. Now, there's only 20 seats that will be available. Call 1-877-SCSU or visit kickofftickets.com and reserve your spot. $200 gets a mat side next year, folks.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Yeah, you know, even if you ever look at ESPN or the Big Ten Network, Jim Johnson and the other guy, and then was it the same guy that doesn't understand or whatever, but yeah.
Herrera currently 12-1. Thomas with double unders here. He has a chance to maybe do something with it. Herrera trying to back off the mat, trying to find a way to get out of bounds. Both wrestlers getting their weights low and trying not to get thrown here as we get whistled out of bounds. And Anthony Herrera is going to get hit with a stall warning. Herrera with a collar tie. Going to break that and continue circling at the center of the mat. Shot attempt there, almost stuffed by Thomas, and now another shot attempt there, and Herrera is in deep on a single leg, right on the edge of the mat. He's got to try and find a way to bring him back in, and Thomas doing a good job of scooting off the mat, and he gets hit with a stall call, or stall warning as well. So both wrestlers with a stall warning here, about a minute in, or 2 minutes into the first period. Not something you see at 1:57. Anthony Herrera doing a good job of circling and controlling the center of the mat. He is 6-1 in duels this year. He's a NJCAA All-American. Shot attempt there on the edge of the mat, and now another push-off there by Thomas, and getting a little physical near the edge of the mat, but that's fine. That's what the Huskies like. Another shot attempt there by Thomas. This time Herrera shoots in, and once again deep on the right leg of Thomas, and now he's going to break the tie, and it gets a 2-point takedown. Goes to work on top. Huskies so far doing a good job of finding ways to get bonus point wins, and a lot of that has to do with how they are riding and getting points on top. Saw that a lot with Nick Novak in his tilts, but that was more of the extreme, as Here Herrera has a half Nelson locked up, and he's got it in deep. This could be trouble if Thomas doesn't find a way to kind of get his belt buckle down to the mat. And now it's in trouble, and that's going to be a pin. Anthony Herrera gets the first pin of the night, and that is going to be a big one for the Huskies, putting them up 25-4 in a big way to come out of the halftime of this match as you come out and get a pin right there in that first period. So after 157, we're going to see Jared Head going up against Braden Ortloff. Braden Ortloff, another Minnesota native on this Moorhead team. He hails from Detroit Lakes, while Jared Head is a former Old Dominion wrestler. 3-0 in duels this year for Jared Head, while for Braden Ortloff, he's currently 3-3. Shot attempt there by Jared Head in deep, and he switches off to a double, gets the 2 points, goes to work on top. Scoops up the left leg, or the right leg of Ortloff. Now he's going to let Ortloff up and just push him off, give him the escape, and return to neutral. Duck under there by Jared Head, gets the 2, and now he's going to go for that half Nelson cow catcher attempt. Can't quite get it, and now Braden Ortloff is going to try and find a way to reverse it. Can't quite do it, and they circle out of bounds. Restart from the center with 1:46 left here in the first period. Ortloff will start on bottom here with 1:46 left in the first period. Jared Head showing optional start. Ortloff escapes, and it is now 4-2 in favor of Jared Head. 27 seconds of ride time so far for the Huskies 165-pounder. Shot attempt there by Ortloff is stuffed and sprawled on by Jared Head, trying to get a go behind, get 2. Has Ortloff in a front headlock. And a shuck attempt there by Jared Head is successful, and a nice mat return, gets 2. 6-2 in favor of the Huskies 165-pounder. 25-4 is your team score as we get close to the edge of the mat, as Jared Head gets 1 swipe for back points, and then they're whistled out of bounds. 52 seconds left in the first period. 6-2 is your score. Once again, an optional start for Jared Head. An escape by Ortloff. Head another duck under attempt, and he gets another 2 points. It is now 8-3 in favor of Jared Head, as he has the legs of Braden Ortloff split, and Ortloff sitting through and facing Jared Head. Head trying to just keep control on top and not give up in a reversal. Will give up the escape and be shot out of bounds, and will continue from the center of the mat. 8-4 in favor of Jared Head. Another shot attempt there by Head, and he's going to pick Ortloff all the way up and dump him for another 2. And after 1 period of wrestling, it is now 10-4 with 1:13 of ride time for Jared Head, who declines. Brayton Ortloff will choose down. Jared Head opting for the spiral ride right out of the gate here in the second period. Drops to a single and splits the legs, gets two, and now he's got a couple of swipes. Ortloff doing a good job of trying to roll through and get a reversal, and now he's got the right leg of Jared Head. Head on the edge of the mat, trying to escape, and he's in a crackback position, sitting on his butt, facing Brayton Ortloff. Ortloff now with both legs of Head. Head is dumped down, and now Head was in a little bit of trouble. No points given yet for a takedown, and we're going to get a stalemate. 1 point for escape for Ortloff, and we'll go neutral at the center of the mat. A minute and 11 left here in the second period. 2 minutes and 3 seconds of ride time for Jared Head. Shot attempt there from Ortloff, and he's in deep on the right leg of Jared Head. Jared Head just holding on to the back leg of Ortloff. Ortloff trying to roll through and break the lock. Head doing a good job of sprawling out and trying to come down hard on Ortloff. And we get another stalemate call. We start from the center at neutral. Another shot attempt there by Jared Head, just a little too far out, and Ortloff got through it. And now a roll through attempt there by Head, and Ortloff capitalized on that, and he now has the top position, but Jared Head is just going to grab that leg, and it looks like both wrestlers may just opt for a stalemate as we have 5 seconds remaining. Currently 10-5 in favor of Jared Head. And that'll do it for the second period. Head's choice. He chooses to go down to start the third period. 10-5 with 2 minutes of ride time for Jared Head. 25-4 is your team score as we get started here in the third period. Jared Head trying to build up to a base and get into the tripod. He's up on his hands and knees, and now he's broken back down to his base. Now back up to his hands and feet, and he gets the escape. Shot attempt there by Brayton Ortloff, and he's almost going to get two as Jared Head continues to hold on to that right leg of Brayton. And we'll get another stalemate, and we'll continue in the neutral position. Minute and 23 left here in the third period. Another shot attempt there by Ortloff, and another farmer's throw there by Jared Head, and a good job by Brayton Ortloff to just slide through and get two. 11-7 in favor of Ortloff. Right on the edge of the mat, and we're out of bounds. Jared Head gets an escape point, and it's 12-7. Less than a minute left here in this match. 12-7 with a minute 21 of ride time in favor of Jared Head. A shot attempt there by Ortloff. He's in on that left leg of Jared Head. Jared Head has a half body lock on Ortloff, and now Ortloff trying to roll through is going to give up give up 2 points for a takedown. 20 seconds left in the match. Jared Head has a 2-on-1. And Ortloff gets a reversal for 2 as Jared Head couldn't keep Ortloff in control, and that'll do it for the 165 match. It'll be 15-9 your final score, and it is now officially 28-4 in favor of the Huskies. That is the first decision of the night for either team. As we get going into the 174 match with Dominic Murphy versus Justin Dreyfus. Dominic Murphy, number 5 in the country at 174. Shot attempt by Dominic Murphy, gets his quick 2. Dominic Murphy of finding good ways to get out in front early. Dreyfus gets the escape, and it's now 2-1. Dominic Murphy 8-3 in dual meets this season. Has 2 bonus point wins, so he usually gets it done kind of the James Plesky way. You know, he gets it in and out with a decision, and he usually kind of, you know, gives you that decision, but not much more. Always can surprise you, though. Snap down attempt is stuffed by Dreyfus as he blocks the go behind. Another shot attempt, and this time successful, but it's out of bounds for Dominic Murphy. 2-1 is your score as we're just getting underway here at 174. Murphy in deep on the right leg of Dreyfus. He's going to have to try and dump Dreyfus off to the side to get his 2. Dreyfus doing a good job of just holding on and being a backpack on the back. Dreyfus trying to hold on to Dominic Murphy's ankles, and now both wrestlers have an ankle. And now Dominic Murphy has the leg, and Chris Thompson, the Moorhead Dragons coach, is going to challenge the danger points as Dominic Murphy collects his 2 for a takedown, and we're going to get a stoppage as for a potentially dangerous, and we're going to take a look at it. There might be a little bit of a case here. There was a lot of chances for danger exposure, and after a couple of seconds of danger exposure, you do end up getting the takedown, and that might be the case here for Justin Dreyfus against Dominic Murphy, but instead we'll have to take a look at it as Bill Kelvington is going to take a look at it, or Brian Kelvington. It is currently 28-4 in favor of the Huskies. It started off the night with 2 quick tech falls, and the only points for the Dragons came at 133, with Cole Jones getting a major decision. Then Joey Bianchini got a major decision to answer that. At 149, we got another tech fall from Nick Novak. At 157, we got a pin, and then at 165, we had Jared Head getting a decision, and that is where we stand in the dual meet. Currently, it is 4-1 at the 174 match, as it looks like Brian Kelvington has reached a decision. And after review, the call on the mat will stand as it'll remain a 2-0 match in favor of the number 5 wrestler, Dominic Murphy, who's going to get hit with a caution call here. Less than a minute left here in the opening period, and another caution for Dominic Murphy. It's his second caution in a row. And Dominic Murphy just trying to chop Dreyfus down. Now he's going to grab that upper arm of Dreyfus, let it go, and we'll continue wrestling on top here. Murphy doing a good job of trying to break down Dreyfus, but Dreyfus doing an even better job of just staying at his base. And now he's up on his feet, a chance to get an escape here. Tried a Granby roll, was unsuccessful, and now Murphy has him right back where he wants him, but Dreyfus doing another stand up and gets the escape, and it is now 4-2 in favor of Dominic Murphy. It'll be Moorhead's decision. Dreyfus defers. Murphy chooses down to start the second period. Murphy stands up. Dreyfus hanging on by a thread. Roll through by Murphy as he has a couple ankles of Dreyfus trying to spin around and get two. Dreyfus locking his arm around the left leg of Dominic Murphy. Murphy trying to break that lock on his left arm, and now he does, and he's going to have his 2-point reversal, and it's now 6-2 in favor of the number 5 ranked wrestler. Murphy pinning Dreyfus's arm behind him, but lets go, and will resume. Dreyfus up to his feet for a moment, but brought back down by Dominic Murphy. Murphy drags Dreyfus back in. Dreyfus once again crawling out, and he's going to get the escape point, and we're out of bounds. And we'll restart from the center. 6-3 is your score at 174. 40 seconds remaining here in the second period. Shot attempt by Dominic Murphy. I believe Dreyfus just got hit with a stall call before this scramble occurred. Murphy trying to roll back into Dreyfus, trying to get that exposure points, trying to kick off that arm of Dreyfus, but he is too late as we go into the third period. It'll be Dreyfus's choice, and Dreyfus chooses down. Once again, Dominic Murphy will go to work on top. Had a chance earlier in the match in the first period, couldn't quite get anything out of it. Dreyfus doing a good job of not giving up any back points, trying to build to a base. He's up to the tripod position. Dominic Murphy dropping down to a single leg, and will push him out of bounds, and we'll restart from the center of the mat. 6-3 in favor of Dominic Murphy. 2 minutes of ride time built up. Minute 29 left in this match. After this, it'll be 184. Getting an escape there for Dreyfus, and another takedown attempt, and another takedown for Dominic Murphy. And a shot, and he shoots him out of bounds, and we'll restart from the center. 8-5 in favor of Dominic Murphy. Snap down attempt by Murphy. Another shot attempt, and Murphy in deep and drops him, Dreyfus down for a takedown, and it's now 11-5 after you add on that extra point for stalling. That was given to Dominic Murphy. 11-5 is your score with 2 minutes and 22 seconds of ride time. Murphy trying to work on top here. Dreyfus just at this point not trying to give up any back points. Final half minute of the match.
Come on, Dreyfus.
And Dreyfus escapes. Another shot attempt here by Dominic Murphy in deep on a double leg, dumps him down, gets two, and in the final seconds of this one, Dominic Murphy gets a last second takedown. 13-6 in favor of Dominic Murphy. 14-6 if you add in the ride time. As Dominic Murphy will get a major decision. And we head to 184, second to last match. It'll be Roldson versus Billy Pitzner. Gage Roldson going up against number 7 Pitzner. Pitzner is 5-0 in duels. He has 3 bonus point wins, while Roldson is currently 1-3 in duels. Shot attempt there by Pitzner, and a nice fireman's carry for a takedown. Almost got some back points out of it, but just settles for the takedown for now. Goes to work on top. Now, maybe a spladle attempt coming from Billy Pitzner. Instead, he's going to start working on the arms. And now a guillotine set up for Pitzner. Lets it go after it may have been called potentially dangerous if it were to continue.
Come on, Gage.
Pitzner doing a good job of trying to find some offense here. Just so far, Gage Roldson has done everything in his power to keep his back facing the ceiling, and we're going to get a potentially dangerous. A minute of ride time already built up for Pitzner. Roldson up to his feet already. Pitzner trying to break him back down. Grabs the right arm of Roldson and starts to spread him out. Now a Turk attempt here from Pitzner, trying to bring Roldson around. Can't quite break 90. Final minute of the first period, 2-0 in favor of Pitzner. He is really starting to stretch Roldson out. He has one swipe. And now he's going to get a couple of swipes. Gets his 4 points. And now he's going to release the hold. Gets his 4-point near fall, and it's now 6-0 in favor of Pittsner with 2 minutes and 13 seconds and counting of ride time. Pittsner now going to try a crossbody leg ride. And he's got maybe a ball and chain locked up there, but gets 2 points out of it in the final minute as he goes into the second period up 8-0 over the Moorhead Dragons 184 wrestler Gage Roldson. Start neutral here in the second period. Snap down attempt there. Both wrestlers have collar ties to start the second period. Shot attempt there by Pitzer. He's in on a single leg trying to dump it off and get his 2. And we're going to get another potentially dangerous, and Pitzer isn't really buying it. So we'll continue wrestling neutral after that good shot attempt is made mute by the potentially dangerous. And now Roldson has a 2-on-1 on Billy Pitzer, who spins out of it.
Let's go, Gage.
Nice little spin. You don't see that too often. As Billy Pitzer from Jefferson, the redshirt senior, continues to wrestle near the center of the mat. And a shot attempt there by Billy as he's going to try and get his 2 points here. No one has scored here in the second period. They're scoring up to this point a 2-point near fall, 4-point near fall, and a takedown. And a 2-point takedown there for Pitzer as he goes to work on top. Roldson from Bismarck, North Dakota. A freshman wrestling at 184 against a redshirt freshman as we get a stalemate with the 4 seconds remaining here in the middle frame of the period, or middle frame of the match. That'll do it for the second period. We go into the third period. Billy Pitzer's choice. He chooses down. And he has a lead 10-0, and he has the ride point locked up at 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Roldson trying to throw both boots in, can't quite get it. He's getting a little high, and Pitzer is going to roll through. Roldson doing a good job of going behind and continuing to cover and continue being in control and not giving up an escape or a reversal. And we're going to get a review, a official review coming from Brian Calvington. He's going to take a look at this one just to see if maybe there was a reversal or maybe there was some back points, but it was a little bit of an awkward exchange, a little bit of a slower one. As we take a look at how we got here, it is currently 32-4. The Huskies on top of the Moorhead Dragons. Huskies, 2 tech falls to start the match, went up 10-0. Gave up a major decision at 133. came back with a major decision of their own at 141, and then at 149, Nick Novak got a tech fall to end of the first half of matches, and then starting off the second half of matches, we got a pin, a decision, and a major decision, all for the Huskies. And that is how we sit at 32-4 at 184. We are currently at 10-0. Billy Pitzner on top. Billy Pitzner will remain on bottom in the third period, as Pitzner trying to sit out and try and build a base. Rolson is going to once again throw both legs in. Pitzner trying to shake Rolson off.
Keep going, Gage.
Rolson getting a little high on top, but so far no damage. And we'll get another stalemate with a minute left here in the third period. 10-0 is your individual score right now. Billy Pitzner fixing his headgear as he goes down. Rolson will cover. Rolson throwing in the one leg and throwing in the other one as well here in the final minute of the third period. Rolson once again getting a little high, but this time he made an adjustment. Rolson can't quite find a way to get anything going on offense here on top. Pitzner trying to escape here. We'll get another stalemate here in the final 15. Actually make it final 14.
Go, Gage. Finish top. Let's go, Gage.
As the freshman tries to ride out the redshirt senior. Billy Pitzner now onto his feet, trying to get it away. Rolson will try and mat return, but it'll come down awkwardly. But now he has a chance to get a power half in. Doesn't get any back points, and it will be a 11-0 final in favor of Billy Pitzner as he gets another major decision for the Huskies as they continue to build up their lead on the Moorhead Dragons. And now for 197, our final match, as the number 2 Noah Ryan will go up against Steve Abbott of the Moorhead Dragons. Abbott, a senior, going up against Noah Ryan, a redshirt senior. Noah Ryan, one of the captains, he is 10-0 in duels, and he's got big move capabilities. He has 3 pins so far in duel matches this year. On the other end of the mat, he's going to be facing off against Stephen Abbott, who is currently 0-8 in duels this year. So we'll see if we got one more bonus point win for the Huskies. So far they have won 8 matches, or 7 matches by bonus point wins. They've won 8 matches total. Both the wrestlers exchanging ties here early in the first period as they settle on collar ties, trying to find something that works. Shot attempt there by Noah Ryan is stuffed there by Abbott. Good job, though, by Noah Ryan to continue controlling the center of the mat. Good mat awareness, and both teams so far have had really good mat awareness.
Come on, Steve.
So we reach the minute 10 mark here in the first period. Still no score at 197. This is our final match of the night. And after this match, the Huskies will face Northern State. And that'll be tomorrow, once again at 7 p.m., once again on the NSIC network. The Moorhead Dragons, on the other hand, this is their final match of the year before they go to regionals. And that is going to be an out-of-bounds call, and we'll restart from the middle. Region 5 Super Regional will be hosted at Moorhead this year, so that's something to look forward to if you're in the area. Noah Ryan with a right arm underhook.
Let's go, Steve. Your move.
And a go behind attempt by Billy Pitzner after a snap down is successful. 2-0 in favor of the redshirt senior. Abbott getting up to his feet, but he can't get the escape point. It'll be Abbott's choice. He defers. Ryan will choose down to start the second period. He's currently up 2-0. His ride time is at 16 seconds. And he's up quickly, but a shoelace grab there by Abbott kind of hindered the inevitable as Ryan still gets the escape point. A 5-second ride there by Steve Abbott to open up the second period. Another underhook tie by Noah Ryan, this time on the left side. He's going to bring Abbott back in, and once again, he's going to switch off to a right arm underhook. And he's going to dump it over to the single. Head inside single. Swims to the waist and gets his 2. So now 5-0 in favor of the Huskies 197-pounder. Now a minute left in the second period. About halfway through, this middle frame is currently 5-0. Got an escape from Noah Ryan and a takedown. And with his takedown in the first, that's how you get to 5. "35 seconds remaining in the middle frame of this match. Noah Ryan, crossface, trying to work maybe a butcher or a crossface cradle. Abbott grabbing that arm.
Come on, Steve.
Final 10 seconds here in the second period at 197. 5-0 is your individual score. 36-4 is your team score. So we hit the end of the second period. It'll be Abbott's choice. He chooses down as
Let's go, Steve.
we start the final period of this duel. Noah Ryan chooses optional start, and he's going to cut Steve Abbott. Shot attempt there by Steve Abbott, sprawled on by Noah Ryan. He's going to break that lock, or try to at least. Putting a lot of pressure on that head. Now he's going to lock up maybe a cradle. As Abbott breaks the lock, gets 2 for Noah Ryan. It is now 7-1 in favor of Ryan, as he's got that near side cradle locked up, and he's going to try and push Abbott over and get a pin to end this match. Almost gets some near fall, can't quite get any though, and breaks the lock and has to go back to work on trying to find a pin. Instead, Noah Ryan will just let Abbott go and escape. And we'll shoot him out of bounds. It'll be 7-2 in favor of Noah Ryan. A minute 58 of ride time. And Noah Ryan, a quick snap down, go behind for 2. Abbott's going to grab that right leg of Noah Ryan. And Ryan just looks to ride out Steve Abbott.
Right off, elbow pry. Right off, pry the hand off. Right there, pry the hand off.
Abbott would move to 0-9 if this score were to be upheld at the end of the match. 10-2 if you factor in that ride time.
Nothing.
Ryan got a near side cradle locked up, but it's too little too late. He's going to get that 1 ride point, and it is going to be another win for the Huskies. And they're going to reach 40 on the night after a big major decision by the number 2 ranked wrestler, Noah Ryan. So that is going to do it for us here at Hollenbeck Hall. The Huskies win this one 40-4 over the Moorhead Dragons. We'll take a look at how we got there. Cameron Teacher started us off, winning it by tech fall, and Paxton Crease said, anything you can do, I can do better, and won his match by tech fall. Cole Jones got the only points for Moorhead on the night with a major decision. And then Joey Bianchini followed that up with a major decision of his own. So it was a 14-4 match. And then Nick Novak got a tech fall. And then at 157, Anthony Herrera pinned Jacob Thomas in a half Nelson. And Ortloff versus Head. Head came out with a decision, the only decision of the night. Dominic Murphy won by major decision, Billy Pitzner by major decision, and Noah Ryan as a major decision. As for me and all my other colleagues here in Hollenbeck Hall, good night, and we'll see you tomorrow as the Huskies take on Northern State.